The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 177 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Red Dan and Dave Anyone Smoke and Mirrors playing cards. So, without further ado, take a look, see what we get. Here we have the Red Dan and Dave and Anyone Smoke and Mirrors here in the matte finish tuck box here with a little bit of white gloss accents around the tuck box here. On the front, we have the the red colorway was like the checkerboard for the background here. And then we got a little white border going around and the smoke and mirror kind of Dan and Dave logo there in the middle. It's kind of like a little bit of a card there. And also slightly a little bit of a sneak peek of the back design there. And on the side, one side it says anyone there in the white gloss. And it is slightly textured, like the tuck box is slightly textured, so you can feel a little bit of texture on the box. The other side says Dan and Dave there. On the bottom, you got the anyone, like little logo there, and the Dan and Dave. It says anyone 2021. So these came out in 2021. Then you got Smoke and Mirrors made in the USA. You got anyoneworldwide.com. And on the back here, you still got more of that red checkerboard because it just wraps around the tuck box there. At the bottom, you just got more of that information there. It says the Dan and Dave, Smoke and Mirrors, and register trademarks and stuff like that. And up here it says Smoke and Mirrors, originally released in 2007. Anyone, reprint 2021. This is version 6. And it says the exact same thing on the inner tuck flap there. On the, I guess on the tuck flap. On the inner tuck flaps here. Okay, I forgot to show you the top too. The top has just the red checkerboard pattern there. And then on the inner tuck flaps here, it's got that more of that red checkerboard pattern. If I take the cards out of the box, on the inside tuck box here, it's just that matte red colorway there. Nothing too crazy going on there, but it is colored, just because the tuck box is colored there. No, nothing too crazy going on inside there. And now that we took a look at the tuck box, come take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with the back design here. Here we have a mirrored back design here, with the standard white border going around here. And for the back design, you've got that checkerboard, the red checkerboard pattern, just like the tuck box. You can actually kind of see it a little bit better here. You got the light checkerboard, the light red squares there, and then the dark red squares for the checkerboard pattern. And you got the Dan and Dave Smoke and Mirror logo there in the middle there, and then the white border around that. There's a mirrored back design, so you can flip the design over, and it's the same design in both directions there. Now, for the cards you get with the deck, we get two identical Jokers here. One's upside down, but they both say Joker, Joker there in the middle. And then it says the same thing as the tuck flap said. Smoke and Mirrors, originally released in 2007. Anyone, reprint 2021, version 6. You got two identical Jokers. Then you get two extra cards here. You get one, and they're fully inked here in the black colorway. And then you got Edition of 3000 there on one side, and the other side is blank. And then this one has a blank side, and then on the other side it says Anyone. You got the Anyone logo there. And these are fully inked cards here. So when they get shuffled, obviously the edges will start turning white. But now for the rest of the cards here, onto the spades here. And for the custom ace of spades here, you got the Anyone Worldwide logo there, inside the spade there. And then you got Anyone, Dan and Dave 2021. And then the rest of the spades here are just the standard spades. And the core cards here, Jack, Queen, and King of spades here are just standard spades. Other than they have, it's kind of slightly hard to see, but you can kind of tell on the king a little bit. You got Anyone, like through the core cards there. So you can kind of see it. But it's a little bit hard to see. But it does say, oh no, you can kind of, yeah, you can see it there. You can see like Anyone, like through the core card there. It's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see it if you like focus on it. And then we get to the diamonds here, which are just the standard diamond. pips there, in suit. And the same thing for the court card, Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds, standard diamonds, standard court card, standard faces. Just you can see the anyone logo, or the word anyone, through the court card there. Same thing for the clubs here, standard clubs, pips there. And the standard court cards here, just they got the anyone word through there, through the middle. The rest of the clubs here are just that standard club design. And then for the hearts here, standard heart. And the court cards here, standard court cards. Once again, they got that word anyone through the middle there on each of them. And the rest of the hearts here are just the standard hearts. And for the stock and finish of these cards, these are printed by the United States Playing Card Company in the US. So they should have air cushion finish on here. And now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. Well, you got nice springy springs there. The cards are nice and bendy. There's no stiffness to them. They got a nice bend to them. And the springs are pretty smooth. They catch a little bit, but like, pretty smooth other than that. So no issues with the springs. Now time for the fans. Well, as you can see, they spread nice and evenly here. You can see all the different pips and numbers here. There's no clumpiness or stickiness that I can tell. And they're pretty consistent overall. Now time for the Pharaoh. Got a pretty smooth Pharaoh there. And they interlocked and weaved flawlessly there. Now time for a giant fan of the back design. Now time for that reverse Pharaoh. The reverse Pharaoh is pretty smooth. They kind of had to be slightly like pushed together. But other than that, they interlocked and weaved pretty nicely there. Now time for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Well, I found no issues so far with the riffle shuffles or bridge shuffles. They're pretty smooth and they work every single time. Like some cards, like I can't even get them like the riffle together, like interlock together. But this one works every time. So it can't just be me. It has to be the cards too. Like the cards just have to like handle nice. So, like see, like they didn't interlock that like that, but they do interlock most of the time, and they're pretty smooth. With that being said, the riffle shovels and bridge shovels are fantastic with this deck. Now time for a few packet cuts. Well, the packet cuts here are pretty smooth. No real issues. They didn't really feel like they were gonna slide on my hands. Like too much, but when I was trying to do that like last little cut there, like kind of was slipping out. But other than that, pretty smooth with the packet cuts. Now time for the one-handed cut or Charlier cut. Okay, yep. At any moment, the cards could just decide to fly out of your hands. Now time for the dribble. Well, the dribbles here are pretty smooth here. They're relatively smooth. I found no real issues, but they could like slide out of your hands a little bit. But they do like kind of like slide out a little bit like that when you like dribble them, and they could fly out of your hands. Like any deck could like slide out of your hands. Now time for the spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, like I say, Danny Dave and anyone has made a fantastic and well-designed deck of cards here. I especially like the back design here with the pop of red here and the two-tone with the checkerboard. A nice classic kind of style there. And then you got the standard faces so anyone can use the cards. And then the quick cards are slightly custom with the anyone through the quick card there. Overall, the design is well designed. And then for the handling, they handle fantastic. I didn't find really any issues with the cards here. As you can see, nice and smooth with whatever you're going to do with the cards. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 177 of your daily deck review. This has been the Red Smoke and Mirrors from Dan and Dave and anyone worldwide. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's a video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.